All right, we're gonna do this again. Little chair yoga this time. Just some stretching, relaxing, a little posture focus, a little intentional breath work. I don't even know what day it is. I'm tired of looking at screens. I want to see you in person, but we will use what we have, right? So I hope that this video finds you in good health and that you're able to just slow down and engage. And even though our bodies are confined to our homes right now, it's easy for our minds to feel restless. So we want to kind of bring that into balance and just embrace being bound to the present, being bound to the simplicity of the time that we're in. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much. We're going to start off seated. So find your chair. I'm at the office. I love being here alone. It's so like a little sanctuary, but it is not the same without my clients. I really miss my colleagues and my clients, and I think that it's okay for us all to grieve the normalcy that we don't have right now. It's okay. So there's no way that you should be feeling about this, I think, in particular. Just allow yourself to feel the loss of routine, the loss of the good normal things in your life, and we'll just adapt and keep going, doing what we can. So let's come into our breath. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Becoming conscious of the contact that your hips are making with the chair, and find the front edge of your sits bones. Kind of tip your tailbone back a little bit. Lift the ribs up away from the ground. Let the crown of your head float upward. Let your face soften, shoulders soften. If something needs movement to kind of work the tension out of it, go ahead and give it. Always being slow and gentle with the neck. In and out the nose. Rocking the feet forward and back. Little things like rolling out your yoga mat might help things feel a little more familiar right now. Even if you can't get to a class, rolling out your mat at home for chair yoga can help. You just want to make sure your chair is in a place that it's not going to slide on the floor if you lean on it. Couple more breaths here. Pushing the air out on the exhale. Let's make some shoulder circles. One more. And look over the right shoulder. Deep breath. We'll look over the left shoulder. And back to center. Let's take some big breaths with the arms sweeping out and up. Overhead, reaching those fingertips toward the sky. Drop the shoulders. And bring the palms together at your center as you exhale. 2 more breaths like that. Big, expansive inhale. And exhale. Resting the hands on the knees, let's do some seated cat and cow. So for cat and cow, you want to exhale, pushing the belly button into the spine, rounding that back. I'll just show you from the side. You're facing forward, but from the side, you go from sitting tall to rounding on the exhale, letting your chin tuck in towards your chest. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Lift and open that heart space, just boom. And exhale. And then you follow the rate of your inhale and exhale with cat and cow here for 3 more full breaths. And when you're done, just meet back in that starting posture. Let's take the right hand, palm facing down, hook it under the right hip. Okay, come back to center, lift yourself tall, and drop the left ear toward the left shoulder. When you feel a good stretch in the side of your neck there, just maybe lean into it. You don't want to overdo it. It can get deep really fast. So just take it real slowly and find your breath again and settle into this, leaning into your left. You want to keep your front open as you're breathing throughout the practice. One more breath. And slowly round your head to look down at the floor. Take a breath here. So you're still at an angle. Yes, this really targets that area in the upper traps where people tend to get so tight. And roll back slightly, looking up at the ceiling, and take a deep breath here. And slowly come back to center. Slowly, slowly, supported. There. Good, shake it out. And switch sides. Palm faces down. Give it a little hooky hook. Lift tall again. And ear to shoulder, starting small, slow about it. And coming back to that deep, steady breath. Leaning to the right, just letting the weight of your head kind of pull you over just to your threshold. Don't ever try to cross the threshold of your range of motion. You want to just kind of find it and hang out there and make friends with it. And slowly round your head to where you're at an angle, looking at the floor. Deep breath. You might feel this all the way down your arm, into your wrist and hand. That's so good. It's because it's all connected. Slowly, carefully, rounding up to look at the sky. And slowly round it back to center. Good, shake it out. Good. All right, let's lift. So kind of plant those hands, or the hips into the seat. Rest your hands on your hips. All right, your core is engaged. You're still on the front of your sits bones. Lift up the right knee, flex your foot, and let's just kick it out. Hey, foot. What's that? Toes are reaching for the sky here. Let's pulse for 10. 5, 3, 2, 1, point. Make some circles here, each direction, keeping that foot mobility up, not getting stagnant in our downtime, right? Let's cross that over now. Lengthen the spine. Scoot your hips back just a little bit more in your seat. You're still not leaning on the back of the chair. Point, flex. As you tilt your tailbone back slightly and let your crown float skyward, right? You're gonna feel it turn on that right hip. And if that's an intense enough stretch for you, just stay there. You don't have to push it past that. Just come back to your breath, always coming back. And as you do, you might just see that your body starts to invite you into a deeper stretch. And that's when you wanna move into it. So with a flat back, you just start to hinge forward here. Still open. Across the front, breathing. And again, you need to just listen to your body. If it's saying stop, then that's where you stop. We just have to work with that, honor that, and it'll allow more as you become comfortable with that stopping point. All right, so we've had a flat back so far. Next inhale, we're going to sweep the arms out front. Inhale, reach. Now, you might be up here. That's totally fine. Reach. And on the exhale, this time you're going to fold. Let the belly sink down toward the lap. Soft belly, okay? Belly button. And then maybe the chest. And then maybe the crown of the head. All right? Grab hold of your elbows, give them a little tug. I'm just gonna face you, but you face down at the floor. Look down between the legs of your chair if you can. That's gonna open up the back of your neck. I'm just gonna face the front so that you can hear me clearly. But rock your head side to side gently. Tug those elbows toward the ground. Take some deep breath here. Don't allow your breath to be restricted with your fold. Release your elbows. And we'll slowly start to stack the spine up. Now, draw the belly button into the spine, okay, to support the back here. Start at the lumbar. Make your way up, middle back, upper back, shoulders up, back, and down. Good. Rock your neck out if that feels good. Let's take the knee up, okay? Left arm wraps around the shin. Grab hold of your wrist and lift your crown. Inhale in here. And then exhale. As you turn to look over your right shoulder, as you hug the knee across the body. So you're getting a nice spinal twist that's gonna come all the way, the glutes, lower back, and into the neck. And now don't be forceful about it. If you feel like you're straining and you're on the verge of cramping, just ease up a little bit. On each inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, draw the belly button in as you twist. And slowly unwind back to center. Good. Give that foot a little love. Yes. If you have essential oils at home, it's a good idea to just use those with your personal yoga time. There's no reason not to. Nothing wrong with enjoying the experience as much as you can. All right? Getting centered again. Let's take a deep breath. And check in with those hips. Make sure that they've got you anchored into the seat. All right, bringing up the left knee. Now you can leave the toes on the floor for support if you want to, or bring up your whole foot. Flex it and kick it out. Good. Let's pulse 10. Point, flex, little circles each direction. Woo! And bring that leg across. And we're going to be slow working our way into it. So scoot that tailbone back again. Soften the shoulders, back and down. Lift your crown, find your breath. And as you feel like it's available to you, excuse me, start to hinge forward from the hips, flat back. Let's see if I can show you from the side here, but you just keep working with that fold here. Tall, flat back. Okay. Long across the collarbones in the front. There you go. Couple more breaths with this flat back. And let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Okay, this is engaging your back. So you could be anywhere. Like I said, you could be right here. If you're feeling it in your hip, feeling a good stretch, you're doing it right. It doesn't have to look any certain way. But if it's anything sharp, pinchy, or painful, then you want to back off. That's unnecessary and unhelpful. So here your belly is dropping towards your lap, your belly button is sinking, and your body is starting to drape forward. And your eyes are down at the mat. And then you slowly want to tuck your chin in towards your chest and let the crown of your head sink heavy toward the floor. Deep breath here. Notice how your breath assists your stretch. Grabbing the elbows, rock your head side to side a little bit. Tug those elbows side to side and down toward the ground. Release the elbows. You can bring them up to your hips or your lap for support, or you can ragdoll them up. Okay, whichever works for you. If you need that support, use it. But stack your spine from the bottom up. Shoulders up, back, and down. I hope you're feeling good. I'm feeling good. It does me good just to imagine doing this with you. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Just remember, with every inhale, you're lifting. With every exhale, you're twisting. One more deep breath. And slowly unwind back to center. Give this left foot some lovin'. And let's release. How about a big fold here in the center? Rock your feet out a little bit. Okay, tap your toes in and out. Lift your heels, drop your heels in and out. Working the joints of the feet and ankles, keeping them supple. All right, make some space between your knees. Scoot your hips back, making sure you're sturdy on that seat. Let's inhale up. And exhale, reach, 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 and fold. Little rock side to side here. Let your belly sink heavy now. Make space between your knees if you need to. Release that neck. Let the weight of your head dangle toward the ground, releasing the back of the neck. And then let's ragdoll it up slowly. Shoulders up, back, and down. Heart space is open. Crown is lifted. Find your breath here. And while we're waiting for that blood pressure to kind of stabilize, you want to make sure you're not lightheaded before we come to our feet. Let's just do some wrist circles here. Out and in. Don't want to forget the little guys, right? Hands and feet, fingers, toes. Expand those hands and fingers. Reach. Shoulders back and down. Lift your heart. Reaching, taking up all the space you can here. Take some breath. Opening up the fronts of the arms here. One more breath. And soften everything. Shake it out. And if you're feeling stable, not lightheaded, let's come to our feet and stand next to the chair. So let's say you guys are all on the right side of your chair, right? So your left hand is resting on the top of the chair or on the back of the chair. You can turn it this way if that feels like more of a gripping space, okay? So coming into mountain here. Just know the chair is there if you need it. It gives you courage. Let's come and anchor through our feet. So those feet are reaching down toward the earth. Legs are strong. If you feel wobbly at all, just come back to pressing those feet down. Shoulders are soft. Shake it out if you need to. Crown is lifted. Open your mouth. Release that jaw. And slowly shift your weight onto your left foot. Okay, bringing up the right heel. You don't need to bring up your toe. If this is enough of a balance challenge for you, you keep your toe on the floor and just rest the sole of your foot inside the ankle. Lift your crown. Hands can be on the hips. At your heart. Now lifting your arms is going to be most challenging just because then you're top heavy. So find which variation suits you and anchor through that left leg. Engage your core, reaching your crown skyward, and breathe. Now find something straight in front of you that's not moving. Make it your focal point. One more breath here in tree. Slowly bring the knee back to the front. Let's step the toe back like a little kickstand on a bike. So you can lean your upper body forward, sinking into, I'll show you from the side. You're staying where you are. I'm just showing you from the side, sinking into the front leg so it's strong, core is engaged. And you can lift up that back toe if you want to, or you can leave the toe on the floor. Okay, so sinking into that leg, you can lift. It's just another balance challenge, and it's a great stabilizing, strengthening move for that left hip and glute area. So you don't want to roll your hip back to the side. Right hip is right level with the left hip. Toe resting on the floor is great for support. Make sure this knee is not locked on the left leg. And step together and come back to standing. Good. Shake it out a little bit. Step across. So the right leg comes behind the left. You drive that right heel down toward the earth as you reach the left or the right fingertips toward the sky, peeling the ribs up away from the hips. Inhale and exhale. And so come out of this, you can get a delicious little side stretch. Come across the front, take it slow, bending the knees a little more so you're feeling sturdy, and back to center. Step together, shake it out, rock out the neck, shake out the hands, whatever you need to do. Let's step to the other side of the chair. Come back into mountain, getting grounded through the feet here. Noticing any difference from one side to the other? Just noticing. And shifting the weight onto the right leg. Bringing up the left heel. Right? Planting the sole of the foot onto the inside of the ankle or calf. Strong through the leg. This knee on the supporting leg does not lock. Your strength is in your muscles here. Core is engaged, crown is lifted. Find where you want your hands and breathe. Find that focal point. If you have trouble turning that knee out, it can help to tip your tailbone down toward the earth. That seems to help with that lateral rotation. A couple more breaths in tree. Control, back to center. Okay, sinking into that right leg a little bit more, kickstand. It's like a really modified warrior 3, if you're familiar with that. So tummy is lifted, back is flat. You can bring up the back foot if you want to, but you don't have to. As long as your hips are square. Okay, so the left hip might want to open to the side. Nah. Bring it down, side by side, strong. breath or two here. Step together and then slowly straighten both legs. Good. Stepping across the body now with the left leg. Now you are reaching the left heel. Okay, it's behind you, it's crossed over the midline. You're reaching it down toward the earth as you reach your left arm. Reach, lift. So you're not shrugging, you're more lifting the ribs. Exhale and lean into it. Can you notice the connection from the sole of your foot to your fingertips here? That's your fascia. It's one thing holding it all together. And slowly make that circle across the front. Good, step it together, shake it out a little bit. You can do a little bit of an inversion. Of course, if your doctor doesn't want you to ever put your head below your heart or something, listen to your doctor, not me, not a doctor. Okay, so stand yay distance from your chair, just depends on the person. Okay, soften your knees, inhale, lift. And exhale, plant your hands on the chair, okay? You can come to your forearms, but here what I want you to do is let your head drop and your chest come towards your thighs. All right. Getting that nice opening through the shoulders from every direction here, and just letting your chest sink heavy with every exhale. And you can play around with how far from the chair your feet are. Let's take one more breath here. Soften the neck. And then support yourself up. Okay. Walk your feet in. Take it slow. Take it slow. Roll it up. Shoulders up, back, and down. And back to our seat. So I want to leave you with a little at-home trick too. So we're going to come back into our seat first, and then I'll show you my full edition for today. All right, so on the fronts of your sits bones here, if you have any tight places, neck, shoulders, hands, feet, just give it a little shaky shake. Come back to your breath. I think it's Tuesday. Let's come back to our word for the year. If you have an intention that you've set for the year, or if you ask God to give you a word to be kind of your theme, your aim, your true north for the year to keep coming back to, let's hold that in our minds right now. While your system is at ease and your guard is down, hold that word gently in your mind and heart. And we're going to count our blessings. Just think about something specific. A person, a place, an opportunity, anything specific. It's easy to say gratitude, gratitude, thankful, thankful, but to be specific, it takes a little time, takes a little pause, and just hold in your mind someone, something that you're thankful for and give thanks. Just gonna flex that gratitude muscle. And if there's something else that's trying to barge into your thoughts while you're doing that, grab a hold of it and give thanks for it. Give thanks in all circumstances. And using your chair, since you've got it out, I wanted to show you just a fun little thing to do at home. Just get your bottom kind of up to the front legs of the chair. Rest your calves on the seat and lay back. This is seriously how simple it is right here, right here. Getting set up is probably the most challenging part of it. And once you're here, come back to your deep belly breath. You can rest your hands on your belly to be conscious of it, inhaling. And with every exhale, just let that lower back melt into the floor. And I'm going to leave you here with your feet and your calves resting on the chair. Letting your hips kind of reset, putting your lower back at ease. And I want to thank you for showing up, and I hope that you just let yourself marinate in that gratitude. I'm sending love, good health your way.